5.6 billion people in the world who live in countries with average incomes below that of Mexico. That's 5,600 gumballs. And so what is it that the elites are telling us? They're telling us that when we take this 1 million immigrants, that we somehow or another are tackling world poverty. And we have to do it regardless of the effect on our unemployed, the working poor, the most vulnerable members of our society, regardless of the effect on our natural resources. Even if we went by the most radical proposals in Washington, which are to actually double our immigration to 2 million a year, which would totally overwhelm our physical, natural, and social infrastructures, we couldn't make a noticeable difference. And we may be really hurting the impoverished people of the world because the million that we do take are among the most energetic, often the better educated, certainly the most dissatisfied people that if they did not immigrate would be the agents for change to improve the lot of all the people in these countries. The true heroes in the global humanitarian field are the people in these countries who have the wherewithal to immigrate to another country, but instead stay in their countries, to apply their skills to help their fellow countrymen. Unfortunately, our immigration system tends to entice these very type of people to abandon their countrymen. The impossibility of making even a dent is actually worse than it looks here. Because last year, when we took 1 million immigrants, these countries added, births over deaths, 80 million more people into the impoverished population. And this year, Congress is bringing in 1 million legal immigrants. And this year, according to the United Nations, these countries are expected to add another 80 million people.
Wow. When it's put that way, I think a lot of liberals need to see that video clip right there. A whole lot of liberals in this country need to see and to hear that. Us taking immigrants away from these countries, they're usually, or at least especially in the case of the H-1B visas, some of the best and the brightest individuals, not always, okay, not always, but a lot of the times they're the best and the brightest from these countries. And in reality, they should be staying in those countries. Whether or not they're impoverished, shouldn't have any play on whether or not we take them, because they should stay in their country. They're the best and the brightest. They're the ones that know their country in and out, inside and out. And so they can stay there and attempt to fix their country. But we're taking some of the better individuals, so those countries will never succeed and become better countries. I don't think a liberal could make an argument against that one. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the comments. I don't think a liberal could make an argument against that. So yeah, the next time I get into an argument with a liberal, I'm bringing up that discussion right there. Now, let's get into some more illegal immigration. And one thing being, part of what that brother just talked about there, us bringing in illegals stresses our systems. Like what's happening here. Check it out.
We got San Antonio Fire Department Emergency Medical Services here. And what this is more American tax dollars being wasted on illegal aliens. This is another example of tax dollar time and money wasted for people that should not even be in our country in the first place. And that person who's going to be going to the hospital, guess who's paying for their medical services? Who's going to be paying for these medical services? We, the American people, already $38 trillion in debt, but we're going to have to service this person that should not even be in our country with medical treatment. Illegal aliens cost the American taxpayers $150 billion per year in medical, schooling, judicial, prisons, and all other public services. $150 billion per year. And that's before the new wave of 20 million illegals that have entered our country in the last 5 years. So we're close to $200 billion with federal, state, city, and counties on services for illegal aliens. And here is a classic example of an illegal alien in the building who shouldn't be in our country if they surrender themselves. Now we have to treat them at a hospital, and they don't have Obamacare. They don't have any type of medication. They're not supposed to be on Medicaid, which is why the federal government is shut down, or Medicare. And so you, the taxpayer, is paying for it. Fernando Arce here, independent reporter here, Texas, San Antonio, forgotten country.
Yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, they don't use taxpayer dollars. Yeah, they do. So what happens when they have to go to the hospital or need an ambulance? Like right here, who's paying for that? They aren't paying for it. We are. We're footing that bill. We are covering that bill. And listen, what was it? I think it's an ambulance, right? It's either ambulances or helicopter rides. I thought I saw like something. They're really expensive. I'm assuming helicopter rides are crazy expensive, but I know if I remember correctly, ambulance rides are pretty darn expensive as well. So, yeah, goodness gracious, taxpayers, we the people, getting the short end of the stick once again, and we just supposed to bend over and take it. Couldn't even take us out to dinner first. Ain't that crazy? It's crazy, ain't it? Sheesh. Apparently, this next video clip is coming out of Minneapolis. Yeah. Dragging them out. I'm not going to play the audio to this because there's some music playing. So, yeah, you can see there's a crowd forming because they saw ICE was in town. Oh, they were in there for a while, too, it looks like, because there's even caution tape that it looks like police put up. So they had enough time to put up caution tape and everything. So this guy may have been hiding in there somewhere, and they were trying to find him. Yeah, there's caution tape everywhere. Everywhere. And a pretty big crowd. I'm assuming from the neighborhood around there, they all, walked over. Wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. I don't get it. But you know what's also pretty great? Who was talking about this? Was it Uncle Trump? Anyway, the great thing about deporting illegals, I think it was Scott Jennings. Anyway, the great thing about deporting illegals is that we'll get a lot of things back. Including, now, I know a Democrat runs it now, and I may make a video on this, but I may have some good news coming about California. But before we get to that, here's a California beach right here. Check it out. What do you notice? Well, that's interesting. Beautiful day outside, and yeah. Ain't that nice? Ice in town and the beaches are empty. Ain't that incredible? It also shows you how many illegals are actually here on American soil. Pretty wild. Pretty darn wild. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, huh? Happy Thanksgiving. Another great thing that is happening under Uncle Trump, right, in the Trump administration, is that they're attempting to make sure that we are safe, especially since we have seen these incidences of illegals receiving CDLs.
Yeah, too, sir. Thank you. Yep. This morning, ISIS is over here cracking everybody now. That's the. I got checked to myself. They checking illegal aliens. So drivers, be careful. Anak terkait belum digi raptan gaste. Bas borlang ninke aya meninke asa landeroy. Look at this port.
Nah, deport that fella. he started speaking some language I don't even know. Nah, deport that fella. You know, he had me at first. He had me. He really did. Then he started speaking a whole other language. Nope, gotta go. Got to go. Nope. That's wild. That's wild. Nah, I'm only kidding. It seemed like he was doing things the right way. He clearly spoke English, clearly could understand and see what was going on. I'm just trying to be a little funny here.
Oh my God, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm on the side of the road. Why am I on the side of the road at 7 o'clock in the morning? Because the truck driver just hit me. He just hit me intentionally. He came into my lane and hit me, and then he fled. He fled. I had to chase him for miles. I had to chase him for fucking miles for him to finally pull over when he realizes he can't outrun me. He pulls over, and he doesn't speak a word of English. Not one word of English. Not one. Not a single word of English. Gotta use the translator app. And I'm like, no, you're gonna wait for the cops because I called 911 because there was a hit and run. There was a hit and run, and he's like asking on the translator, like if he can send me money to my bank account. Do we have to? No. You know, he's 100% illegal. I haven't even looked at the damage on the truck right now because I can't, man. I can't. I had to chase him down. I'm just trying to do my job, America. I'm trying to do my job so that you have food, so that you have clothing, so you have medicine, so you have cars, so you have everything that you need to live. Us American truck drivers are doing everything we can. We risk our lives every day. These people come here from God knows where, and they put our lives in danger so that you have the shit that you need. I'm just waiting for the cops to show up. Oh, God, man. He almost put me in the fucking wall. That's how my morning's going.
Yeah, I'd be pretty angry too. Now, it seemed like she was a truck driver. At first, I thought she was, driving a regular vehicle and that incident happened. But it sounded like she was also in a semi, which makes it a little bit better. Obviously, not great, getting sideswiped by a semi. Even if you're in a semi, but if she was in a vehicle, that is most definitely scary, having a semi truck sideswipe you and then you have to chase them down. That could be quite terrifying because that thing will squash you like a bug. Like a tiny bug. But yeah, man, they're out there. They are out there. These illegals who cannot speak a lick of English. They need a translator app, bro. Yeah, nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you can tell that at least I assumed, right, based upon what she was saying, that individual was most definitely illegal. And what gave it away, at least to me, is when he said, hey, can I just send you money to your account so we don't have to get any police involved? Now, I know if you report something to your insurance could go up a little bit, but why wouldn't you just do that? I don't know. That just sounded to me like he's illegal. He knows he's illegal, and he doesn't want to get deported. That's just my assumption there. But anyway, carry on.
Okay. And your badge number?
No.
And are you with ICE?
Yeah.
Can you confirm that as well? Are you with ICE?
Maybe.
And your names are?
What's your name?
My name is Brittany. What's your name?
I'm Jackson.
He most definitely gave her a fake name. For sure. The other guy looked over and smiled at the camera. Most definitely gave her a fake name. My name is Jackson. Oh, man. Goodness gracious. Gotta love it. ICE is fed up.
Hey, good morning. The family of a man taken by ICE last week says their father has now been deported to Mexico. Paulino Martin San Pedro's family tells us he's lived in Washington County since 1992, They say Martin did not receive due process, though. For 3 decades, he's worked as a handyman in Beaverton. He's originally from Mexico and undocumented, but he doesn't have a criminal record. And ICE raids have had a big impact on Washington County recently, which declared a state of emergency due to federal actions. We've also reached out to ICE about Martin's case, but we have not yet heard back.
Deport him all. He's here illegally. And not only that, he was here for 30 years. 30 years. And you want some type of sympathy because now he's getting deported? Nah, bro. 30 years to buy a toilet and a ruler and get your shit straight? Yeah, nope. Zero sympathy. Zero. Fresh out.
Wait, hold on. Did you guys just hear that ICE just announced that they will be going after employers who hire illegal aliens? So employers will start being held accountable. That's a step in the right direction, no?
Oh, darn it. Darn it. I was going to hire some illegals. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. If you guys remember, this was probably, maybe a couple months ago, a month ago. I don't know. Anyway, I showed you guys this clip of somebody who hired illegals to put a roof on his new house. And as soon as they were finished, as soon as the illegals were finished putting on the new roof, or as they were finishing up, right? Once he realized, okay, they're going to be done in about this amount of time, he notified ICE that they were at the property. So as soon as they finished, ICE was pulling up to the house. So he literally got a roof put on for free, or almost for free. He had to pay for materials, obviously. That's not completely free. But as far as the labor side, he got it done for free, which is absolutely diabolical. Diabolical. Bro, like, who even, stops to think about something like that? You know what? I'm going to hire some illegals today, at the local Home Depot, right? Because that's where a lot of them, I guess, apparently are being picked up at Home Depots around the country. I'm going to pick up a group of guys at the Home Depot. I'm going to have them slap me on the roof. But before they finish, though, I'm going to notify ICE that they're there. So I don't have to pay for anything. Wild stuff, man. Absolutely wild stuff. But yeah, they're going after employers now. Not just going after the illegal immigrants, going after the people who are attempting to hire them. And yeah, it's about damn time. But anyway, get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Thanks for tuning in. As always, happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.